Today is April 7th, and today we're going to talk about humility and low self-esteem. Low self-esteem is not humility. Low self-esteem is low self-esteem. Low self-esteem means to feel unworthy of being loved. It also manifests in wanting to be, or to show that we are, more than we are. Humility is positive and purely selfless, and low self-esteem is negative and purely selfish. A lot of devotees ask this question, what's the difference between humility and low self-esteem? Because in one sense, externally, they appear to be very similar, don't they? Because someone who's humble, they put themselves down. But they put themselves down for a different reason than a person who has low self-esteem puts themselves down. And actually, pure devotee doesn't put himself down per se. He just realizes he's a long way from Krishna. His humility is, he realizes he's a long way from Krishna. But obviously, in his humility, he's not becoming self-absorbed. Oh, I'm so bad, I'm so unfortunate, I'm so miserable. Nobody loves me. I'm so unintelligent. I'm just bad, I'm just filthy, I'm dirty. That is not exactly how he feels. He's not self-absorbed. Actually, his humility is enhancing his meditation on Krishna. So in that way, low self-esteem and humility really, really are much different. The result of Krishna-conscious humility is more Krishna consciousness. The result of low self-esteem is less Krishna consciousness, more absorption in how unfortunate you feel you are, which is really symptomatic of tamagun. So if we did an analysis by modes of nature, we would have to say that anything which is discouraging you, anything which is depressing you, anything which takes away your energy must be a result of the mode of ignorance. And anything that's inspiring you in Krishna consciousness must be either transcendental or at least the effects of sattva guna. So genuine humility will manifest in appreciating others. Low self-esteem doesn't manifest in appreciating others. It manifests in striving to get appreciation for yourself because you lack so much self-esteem and self-confidence, become dependent on getting it from others because you don't feel it yourself. Amanina amanadena, give all respect to others, not respect any for me. If low self-esteem becomes serious, then I want all respect for myself and I don't want to give respect for others. So you can see how it's different. Now, having said that, I have a policy that if I'm dealing with someone who has low self-esteem, I wouldn't really encourage them to do a lot of self-introspection about what's wrong with them, because they already feel that there's so much wrong with them, and they may already feel that other people think there's so much wrong with them. They may even think that Krishna thinks there's something wrong with them. So I wouldn't encourage that, because they need to build up their sense of self. And it's not until you have a healthy sense of self that you can actually successfully manifest humility. You know, as Prabhupada said to one devotee who said, I'm the most fallen, Prabhupada said, you're not the most anything. What did Prabhupada mean? He detected pride in that person saying, I'm the most fallen. Because even in the world of psychology, they have noted that some people try to be last because they can't be first, so they could be recognized to be last. Or like children, they'll do something to harm themselves or harm others or create some mischief to get attention. So we can understand that a person with humility has a very healthy sense of self. So when they're thinking they're low, they're thinking they're low spiritually. They're far from Krishna. I have no love of Krishna. I'm unhappy because I have no love of Krishna. And only when I have love of Krishna will I think I don't have love of Krishna. So it's all very healthy. And you might say, well, how could they feel lower than a worm in stool? And probably in this stage, it's going to be difficult for us to understand how someone so exalted with so much love could feel so low. But all we can say is that generally what we see is that the more you have something, the less you think you have. If you have $100 million, I think you're rich. But if you're comparing yourself to Warren Buffett, you think you're poor. So it's something like that. Oh, I'm so fallen. I don't have $60 million. I only have $100 million. And they're lamenting. They're not poor. They're definitely not poor. But because they want 60 million and they're meditating on Warren Buffett, he makes them feel humble. So it's something like that. And humility comes as a byproduct of bhakti. But in the beginning, we have to practice it. So we practice by respecting others, appreciating others, serving others. That's humility. And if we're denigrating ourselves, and the result is it disempowers us, that's low self-esteem. Hare Krishna.